How often do you think about the environmental footprint of your travels? Have you ever considered the impact of your last vacation or your daily commute on our planet? In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, we often overlook the environmental cost of our travels. Airplanes crisscrossing the sky, cars zooming down highways, all leave behind a significant carbon footprint. The smoke billowing from exhaust pipes is more than just a nuisance. It's a tangible reminder of the growing environmental crisis we face. Our planet is gasping for breath, and our conventional methods of travel are partly to blame. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. We need cleaner, more sustainable alternatives. We need solutions that allow us to move, to explore, without leaving a trail of pollution in our wake. While we can't stop traveling, we must find a way to do it responsibly. Enter the age of hydrogen fuel. Hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, might just be our ticket to a cleaner future. You see, hydrogen is quite the paradox. It's everywhere, yet it's elusive. Pure hydrogen is not typically found in nature on its own, but rather it's usually combined with other elements. Think of water, for instance, 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. So, how do we harness hydrogen's potential as a fuel source? The magic lies in a process called electrolysis. Electrolysis involves passing an electric current through water to separate the hydrogen and oxygen atoms. This liberated hydrogen can then be used as a fuel source. Now you're probably thinking, great, we've got our hydrogen, but how do we store it? Well, we can compress it into a liquid, or we can store it in a solid material that can absorb it. This makes hydrogen a versatile fuel option, capable of being transported and used wherever we need it. The real beauty of hydrogen, though, lies in how it's used in fuel cells. A fuel cell is a device that converts the chemical energy from a fuel into electricity through a chemical reaction. In the case of hydrogen, the fuel cell combines hydrogen and oxygen to produce electricity with water as the only byproduct. Yes, you heard that right. The only byproduct of this process is water, that's it. No carbon dioxide, no greenhouse gases, just good old H2O. This is why hydrogen is being hailed as the fuel of the future. It's abundant, it's flexible, and it's clean. It's a fuel source that could potentially revolutionize our energy systems and transportation. Imagine cars, buses, and even airplanes running on hydrogen. Silent, efficient, and most importantly, leaving only water behind. Sounds promising, doesn't it? So if hydrogen is so fantastic, why aren't we all driving hydrogen cars or flying in hydrogen airplanes? Well, the reality is that there are still some significant hurdles to overcome. First and foremost, the elephant in the room: cost. Producing green hydrogen, that is, hydrogen derived from renewable sources, is an expensive process. It requires large amounts of energy, and currently much of this energy still comes from fossil fuel sources, which somewhat negates the environmental benefits. Then there's the issue of infrastructure. We've spent over a century building infrastructure for gasoline and diesel vehicles. Petrol stations are ubiquitous, but hydrogen refueling stations, they're still a rarity. This lack of infrastructure poses a significant challenge to the widespread adoption of hydrogen fuel. And let's not forget safety. Hydrogen is highly flammable and requires careful handling and storage, raising concerns about its use as a widespread fuel. But it's not all doom and gloom. Far from it. The field of hydrogen technology is advancing at a rapid pace. Governments and industries worldwide are beginning to recognize hydrogen's potential and are investing billions into research and development. They're exploring innovative ways to produce green hydrogen more efficiently and cost-effectively. They're developing robust safety protocols and starting to build the necessary infrastructure. And the potential rewards are enormous. Imagine a world where our cars, buses, trains and planes are all powered by hydrogen. A world where we can travel vast distances without spewing harmful pollutants into the atmosphere. A world where we're no longer dependent on fossil fuels. If we can harness the power of hydrogen, it could revolutionize the way we travel. It could pave the way for a cleaner, more sustainable future. Yes, the journey towards a hydrogen-fueled future may be challenging, but the rewards, a cleaner, more sustainable world, are undoubtedly worth it.